Having worked with a lot of technical founders, I'm talking about people that have, typically have a great idea, a great product or service, that they're bringing to the marketplace. I've found repeatedly that the gap in their businesses is business development. And what I mean by business development is looking at sales, how they're going to, sell more stuff, looking at marketing, how they're going to find the people to sell their stuff to. We could throw in their branding, how they're going to present themselves, how they're going to make sure that there's a match between, who they are, what they're about, and the people that they want to serve, the people that they're interacting with in a general sense. And then I always look at, the customer value chain in this as well. So I'm looking at, what is that experience from the time, someone initially engages with the brand, all the way through marketing, all the way through sales, all the way through customer delivery, all the way through follow-up. These are going to be the lifeblood of the business. I mean, this is, not something that is, unknown to business owners. If you're not selling stuff, you don't have a business. You just have, an idea. A lot of companies will go out of business if they don't have, this sort of, if they don't have sales. Companies go out of business if they don't have sales. Now, where I think that companies need to put a lot more effort is in looking at the business development operation. You probably heard where corporations, they have misalignment between what marketing is doing and what sales is doing. But looking at the business development operation, we're looking at alignment between that whole structure that I talked about before. So, that brand, what is that brand idea? What is the company about? Who's it here to serve, et cetera, et cetera. So this needs to be aligned with the marketing. The marketing is how we're going to attract those leads, how we're going to bring potential leads into the company, which needs to be aligned with the sales, which also needs to be aligned with the customer delivery, et cetera, et cetera. And we do this by working through each stage of the customer value chain, or every step where we're going to create value for that company. The key, why we call it the business development operation, is to create processes around this. So there's a process for each stage in that customer value chain to ensure that this can be done over and over again. The cool thing about processes is, one, if you're doing it over and over again, you get good at it. You know what you're doing. When you bring other people in, you can teach them on that process, but you can also identify opportunities to improve that process or make that process more efficient. So we can, for all intents and purposes, we can put a cost to every stage in that process, and we can reduce that cost, ideally without reducing the value that we're creating for our customer. So our business development operation is very, very important for the company. Alignment between all facets. A well-designed business operation is what's going to separate companies that are successful from those that are not able to make it in the marketplace. Love to hear your feedback. Love to hear if you've heard about or worked with business development. If you've got questions, certainly hit me up, and I'd be more than happy to discuss more with you.